welcome back to the Red Zone. I'm AJ, and this is all your Manchester United sports, entertainment, and news updates. This is the match reaction video for last night's game against Real Sociedad in the Europa League. The result was Man United 1, Real Sociedad 0. It wasn't enough for us to avoid the Champions League dropout teams. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about a few players' performances, decisions during the game. We're also going to have a rant about these pussy old Spanish teams as well. That can come at the end, and we'll also look forward to Sunday's Premier League game as well. So let's get into it. 1-0 win out in Spain against Real Sociedad, but we needed more. Normally you would say going to Spain and winning 1-0, it's a good result, keeping another clean sheet as well for De Gea. It's a good result, but in the context of what we needed, it wasn't enough, was it? We needed to win by 2 clear goals, and we just didn't have the cutting edge to find that second goal, really. That now means, obviously, an extra 2 games that we're going to have to squeeze in February, playoffs for the Europa Leagues, along with I think it's 1 or it might be 2 games that we've missed in the Premier League. So we've got to catch up on those as well. So it's just more unnecessary games, really. We could have put it to bed last night if we got the second goal, but we didn't. Now we run the risk of, like I said, facing the Champions League dropout teams, which include Juventus, Ten Hag's old team, Ajax, Barcelona, of course, who dropped out, Leverkusen, Sporting, Ronaldo's old team, RB Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk or Sevilla. It's all right, I had to just check down there to make sure we had the right teams. Each of them teams bring their own problems, and I don't think one of them is going to be an easy game. So we're just going to have to wait to see who we get in the draw, which is on Monday. We'll get some reaction to that draw as well, and a little preview, look ahead to what we think is going to happen. But yeah, it's just, it's not a good look, is it? You want to really just top the group and be already in the last 16. Now we've got to go through this bullshit playoff against arguably a better equipped team than us, because we're not fully there right now. But yeah, it is what it is. You could tell from minute 1, if we go back to the game now, you could tell from minute 1 it just wasn't going to go to plan. You could see, and you can see this anytime you play a Spanish team. It's like their style of play is suited to the high press, high pressure, intensity football, whereas we're trying to get there, like a City, a Liverpool, these sorts of teams, but we're not there yet. And you could tell from the first minute they were pressing us high. To be fair, we weren't struggling to get out the box, but when it was around our box, it was hard to find the pass off, and you could see that the players were struggling with the intensity. There's only a couple of teams in the Premier League that play that sort of football, so you're not used to that week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? Little mistakes in the game. The creativity wasn't there. Midfield was missing again. And like we say, when you go into the game needing to score 2 goals, you get the first goal. You need to push on for the second, really, and it just didn't really happen. We had 4 shots on target the whole game. They had more shots than us on target, and they didn't even need to win the game and score goals. We did. It's a bit of a madness, really. I'm not really going to go in on Ronaldo. I'm not going to go in on any of them like that, but it's got to be better. It could be tiredness, fatigue, do you know what I mean? Lack of changeability. It could be a mixture of things, but just the final thing you need to put the ball in the back of the net, we just ain't got it right now. Not like a City have got like a Haaland who bangs, or Liverpool have got a Salah, Barcelona have got a Lewandowski. We just haven't got that guy right now. Ronaldo can be that guy, but it's just not working like that at the minute. The tiredness, the squad depth, as we mentioned. Martial still wasn't ready to play. Then you've got basically Ronaldo. Anyone else you draft into that position ain't going to be a striker. It's going to be Rashford, who's a natural winger. It's going to be Elanga, who's a natural winger. Garnacho played, scored his first senior goal. He did well. But he's not a striker, he's a winger, which is where he played. So basically, we're left with Ronaldo at the minute to play up top. And that obviously is not good enough for what we need, especially with the amount of games you've got coming up. Yeah, I think January is a must. I don't know what he's going to say to them, because we've been hearing rumours that they're not going to spend big. They're going to wait till the summer, this and that. But to be fair, we need fucking signings now, because the way shit's going, the tiredness, the fatigue, playing all these games is going to catch up. World Cup is the end of this month as well. When they come back, players are going to be tired. Probably, some players might even have injuries, and we've got one striker and 1.5 striker because Martial's injured all the time. He's going to have to tell them, because you can see that if he was to get the certain players that he wants in the positions that he wants, we'd be a better outfit, we'd be more equipped, we'd be better depth. But at the minute, it's shocking. They're going to have to do something. Gakpo, that's the one that springs to mind to me. We even heard in an interview a couple of weeks ago that he was disappointed that he didn't get to move, but not slating the club or anything, so that's still a possibility. We heard PSV might have to sell him on a cheap. Now, there's obviously other strikers out there, but I'm a fan of Gakpo, and Gakpo was the most recent talk, and plus he can play for all front three positions, and it's quite obvious the boy knows where the back of the net is, do you know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely need some reinforcements. That just proved last night, not being able to find that second goal. Because if it was a City, for example, you just can't look past that. They would probably find the goal they needed, probably would find more than that. That's just the way they are, and we're just not there yet. And that's where we need to be. De Gea played well, made a couple of good saves, nothing outrageous, but he did well. The whole defence played well, to be fair, do you know what I mean? Lindelof was the only real difference. He came in, not usually there, because obviously Varane's normally there. He did okay, do you know what I mean? Delo played well again. I can't really fault the performances of the defence. Martinez, I just don't want to keep repeating myself on the videos, do you know what I mean? But this guy is a fucking beast. In the first half, let's say the first half is probably one of the best centre-back performances, at least at United, I've seen in many a years, believe me. And I've been watching this team for nearly 30 years, and that's one of the best centre-back performances I've ever seen. And it's just a shame we didn't get what we needed at the end of the game, even though we got the clean sheet and the win. It's a bit of a fucked up one, because you want to be happy about the result, but also it's still disappointing, do you know what I mean? But my man played fucking on some madness again. Luke Shaw got no fault since he come back. He's been doing his thing, looks powerful, strong going forward. He's had a couple of assists since he's been back in. We knew Shaw had that in him. That's why he was called Shawberto Carlos. Do you know what I mean? It's just he dropped off for a bit. Malacia came in, and that's what we want. Bit of a fight and get the best one at the time to be playing. That's what I'm saying. The midfield, there's another one. Apart from the defence and De Gea, I don't think anyone really had a decent game. Can't believe I'm going to say this. Casemiro was kind of off it today, do you know what I mean? He didn't make any mistakes, which didn't get control. Bruno went missing. Eriksen was sloppy. And after that ball, the last game, and the balls he's been playing all season, it's kind of disappointing to have that sloppy game in such an important game that we needed to get the goals, do you know what I'm saying? Ronaldo, like we say, didn't really stand out, didn't really do that much, do you know what I mean? I think he's getting a bit of a tough time from the defenders, but you got to expect that, and you got to be able to overcome that. We still believe in Ronaldo. He can still put the ball in the back of the net, but it just didn't happen last night for him, do you know what I'm saying? Garnacho got the goal. Played well. You can't fault Garnacho. He scored his first senior goal in Europe in an important game. He's going to fade a little bit in the second half. He's only a kid. You can't expect him to be full-blown 90 minutes full stop. Do you know what I'm saying? Donny, fucking hell, I don't know what to say about Donny, because if you look back, especially on our Instagram which has been going for a little bit longer, you'll see we were in the free Donny camp. Donny needs to play. We need to see what Donny can do. Now, obviously, he's not getting a full run of games, but when he comes in, I'm not seeing nothing, do you know what I mean? I'm not seeing anything to make me say, oh, Donny, you know what, he did that little thing, he probably needs a couple more games. I don't know if his head's dropped because he's still at United. Maybe he needs a fresh start. But it's just not fucking happening for him, do you know what I'm saying? And he can't expect to come back into the team. He might have to because of the rotation that's needed with the lack of depth in the squad. But he just didn't do anything really. When I see him pick up the ball, he's just popping it off 5 yards. Fuck me, my nan can pop the ball off 5 yards, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be getting more involved in that. You gotta be doing a lot more. I didn't even really see. Probably seen him make one run behind the striker. That's about it. It's just a bit messy for Donny at the minute. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too much on him, but this is Man United. You know what I'm saying? It's not fucking Donny United, and I want what's best for the club. And when he's coming in, he's not doing nothing. He can't play. It's best he moves on, because Ten Hag will have people in mind who he thinks can come in and do a job. Do you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be interested in the Bayer Leverkusen, who we could play their right back. Is it Jeremy Frimpong? And that's obviously a battle for Dalot, because we all know Dalot ain't losing his place at the minute. But obviously Ten Hag's got people that he wants to come in and fill them positions to build the squad. So Donny has to fucking watch what he's doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not really going to touch too much on this, but the substitutions with Ten Hag just didn't work. Change of formation didn't work. McTominay come on, just did what McTominay does. We said it in the videos before. He'll have a good game and then he'll be shit for the next 5. And he's had a good game, and ever since then he's been shit. He come on last night, did absolutely fuck all, apart from nearly pull someone down again, like he's trying to sign for fucking WWE, be part of the Usos or something. Yeah, so we're not really going to touch on that. We're not going to go too much on Ten Hag, because what the fuck's he supposed to do with the people and the personnel that he's got to his disposal? He's hardly got anyone that's going to actually come on and make a full-blown difference, change games. So it just didn't work. Substitutions didn't work. Change of formation didn't work. It's just one of them. The referee as well. I don't really go to in on referees. I don't think I have before on the channel. But I'm going to say, you can tell with these fucking European refs, they're like easily swayed, you know what I mean? If you get onto them, or if you piss them off, it'll go the opposite way. And it shouldn't be like that, some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And it just goes back to the game back at Old Trafford. They beat us 1-0 off a fucking dodgy penalty decision. The ball bounced up off Martinez when he's sliding, and it's bounced up off his leg and then into his arm, and they gave a fucking penalty, taking the piss. So the standard of refereeing in Europa League for me is fucking dog shit. You still get a little influence when you're in Champions League, but at least, you know, they got some top bad boy referees in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Who are these Europa League fuckers? I've never seen them before in my life. But it is what it is, do you know what I'm saying? So that's about that. We go again in February in one of the playoffs. We'll find out who we get on Monday. And now I just want to quickly touch on not really as much the referee, but it kind of plays in with the referee because the way they go on. But these fucking pussy old Spanish teams, like, I'm fed up and sick and tired of playing, not even United, you know. I watch other teams, English teams, maybe man are too honest, but you come across these fucking Spanish pricks. And don't take that personal to anyone who's watching in Spain. Obviously, I love Spain, I go on holiday there many a times. But when we're talking about football, these fucking teams rolling around on the floor like they've been shot with a double barrel shotgun, fucking been in a war with Rambo, the way they badger the referees, the way they stay down, do you know what I mean? The way that they try and play like they're cheating. It's just, I don't know, we've seen this for years, do you know what I'm saying? Even the top Spanish teams, Real Madrid, Barcelona, do that shit. And do you know what they're going to say? We do whatever it takes to win. And fuck me, you know what? I understand that shit. You know, like that's kind of deep, but in the same sense, you can't expect people to be happy with that shit, and can't expect people to accept it. And when teams are coming across you, that's like, especially my team, it fucking pisses me off. Do you know what I mean? I think it was last night. Garnacho must have slid by the box. Weren't even in the box. These men are calling for, screaming for penalty, like they know it's a penalty. Ronaldo accidentally falls on one of the brothers. If you've ever played football and someone falls on you, like, unless the man's 50 stone, what the fuck? Ronaldo fell on him. You actually see where he falls, kind of more up his leg. And as soon as Ronaldo gets up, my man's rolling around on the floor, holding his fucking ankles. Like, who tackled you, blood? Fucking dickheads, man. But yeah, we've seen it for years and years and years. Maybe the English teams need to start doing that, and then we'll have a game full of 22 fuckers on the pitch that are just trying to play act all the time. It's just a load of bullshit, you know what I mean? It ain't real man's football like that. But what can you say? Yeah, fuck it. We go again February. Sunday, we're back in action. We are in the Midlands playing Aston Villa. Another one of those managers who loves those tactics, time wasting, rolling around on the floor. Unai Emery is the new Villa boss, so unless he's changed his style of play because of the Villa players, we can probably expect to see more or less what we saw last night, the same sort of shit. If Villa are holding at the end of the game, they're going to be time wasting, rolling around on the floor like fucking babies. But yeah, hopefully we bounce back. We say bounce back, see what I'm saying? It's a fucking mix-up one. Like, we're still 8 undefeated. We've had about 3 or 4 clean sheets in a row. We went to Spain and won the game. But, you know, it's a bit low right now, the spirits. We've not topping the group. But yeah, I should say we want to keep on the roll of winning and go to Villa Park and take the 3 points and take that 4th position off Newcastle. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. Don't forget to check out our Instagram page. That's down the bottom. You get all daily content on there and reels and stuff like that you'll enjoy. Make sure you give us a like on the video, interact with us. Any shout outs, let us know also what you thought about the performance, the result and what it means. You can drop all that in the comments below. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you know that when we've uploaded a video. Okay, I want to say thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.